Hello and welcome. Good morning to everybody. What are we doing? So we have got a 10-hour challenge, which is starting right now. Once I've actually written the poll up, I need to clean and clear underneath these two tables, crawl underneath, and then get to the stuff at the back. And I did not get to sleep until after doing one of those live streams for early hours this morning. I have got monster cans everywhere ready to neck, and I've got large amount of caffeine and all sorts of stuff to get me going. So good morning to absolutely everybody. Hopefully you are all fit and well. There will actually, I'll get that up now. So let's get the poll going, and we'll just leave this one poll running all the way through, and it's what you're most excited for. So what are you most excited for 2026? All right, there we go. Mr. J Story Collection UK. Well, there's going to be loads of tears, Jay. Started already. It started already. So it's the YouTube's crashed twice. So they seem to be doing an update at the moment. It seems to be a bit of a pain in the ass. So we are going to be looking at Lord of the Rings, Bricklink, architecture. I can never spell that. Never spell that. How do you spell architecture? It's too early in the morning. Oh, like that. That's such a big word this time in the morning. R-T-I-T-E-C-T-U-R-E. Other. Now, you've got plenty of time to decide this because it's going to go on for a while. So, yeah, so we're going to see how many pieces we're going to break, what it is that we're going to do. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So we'll just carry on like we did yesterday. Just plod on, keep going, get all the bits and pieces together. And, yeah, we will see what it's all about. So, yeah. Let's give it the bean, shall we? So this is all for the Venator. This is where it all started off for. So we've got to get the Venator placed. That is the main point. If I can get it done quicker than 10 hours, it will be done quicker than 10 hours. If it's not going to be done in 10 hours, it will snowball over here. I thought Reese was out magazine hunting, Reese. Did you find one? So we will do the plan of attack. So we will get this thing moved back over here, and obviously it will come back off this table later. Because clearly I need to get the Venator off and out. So we are going to be going over that way, and we are just going to take it nice and steady because I do not want to break absolutely everything because that would suck. So I've got to make space on this table to my left. Then we've got to get two tables of stuff out, a load of different sets, travel stuff, all that kind of stuff. Then I've got to crawl underneath. The stuff that's at the back, I've then got to take down the loft ladders. So I am honestly going to be going up and down the loft ladders a few hundred times, I think. A few hundred times. But yes, good morning to everybody. Good luck to Jay because he's busy playing with his 6-inch. So, yeah, all good, sexy fun. But we have started, we are committed, and we will see what we can get done. So, yeah. Good morning to everyone. Obviously, as this is going through, my idea for underneath this table is very much a case of it will be like an aviation type thing. It's morning. Jay's grown an inch this morning. Congratulations to Jay. So yeah, got lots to move, lots to do, and it's going to be a pretty much full rearrange for a lot of stuff. Now, this is the problem that I've got. I've got piles and piles of base plates ready to go down, and I'm going to have to put them on this table and move them again later. So I'm going to have to double shift some of these. It will become a future problem later in this live stream, I think. As they can go in front of this box. This box is in front of the Venator, and I'll just have to pull it all out in reverse later. You know full well something's going to go down the loft ladders as well, don't you? You just know I'm going to go down the loft ladders or something's going to go down. We're pushing our luck too much with this today. I can see it happening. Jay's got morning length. Morning length. Good morning. Oh, absolutely filthy. Filthy. Nobody has liked the video so far, guys. Thank you very much indeed. It helps. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be emotional. So this is what I'm going to have to keep doing. I'm going to keep going up and down the loft ladders just to clear some space, and all this is going to get put into different bits. This is the 8080 box. That's nice and exciting. This is going to be launched. Right, so that's we have to keep a running tally. That's one. I honestly think it's going to be a huge amount of time when we go up and down those loft ladders. What we got? What the people? Yeah, morning after the night before for Bricklink. Any excuse for me just to stop Ultra, that is absolutely fine. So I'll whack them back up on the screen. So I did do a very, very short video on it as well, like a quick breakdown, which I've seen a couple of people left comments on, but I haven't had time to respond back. The sets for Bricklink Series 10. There you go. Space Caf, Firehouse, Wild West. I think everybody's got their own favourites, haven't they? I think everybody's got their own favourites. So Killian's sorting stuff out as well. And apparently Reese has narrowed it down. Well, what have you narrowed it down to, Reese? How many sets are you thinking? Because they do all look very, very smart, don't they? They do look very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Right, let me just set the chat up so it's the right way. I want all of that visible. Right, good. That's good. That's good. And that is splendid. Okay. All right. Snacks, drinks, base plates, stuff. I've even got my light on charge for later to make sure it's fully charged. So trying to be prepared. That one's good to go. So we're one light ready because it's going to get dark back there. It's a fair distance back. So as long as I don't fall through the actual floor, that wouldn't be fun. Been a long lot. It's been many years since I've gone onto the other side. So many years. What have we got? Stuff. Lots and lots of envelope stuff. So figure that out. How has that piece from the 8080 landed here? So this is my problem that I have got in this Lego room all the time. So I would just like to point this out to everybody now that I have a piece of 8080 just here, okay, on this table, and I am stood 5 foot or 1.53 meters away from that model. So how has that piece pung that far? This is what this kind of stream's going. I'm going to give him a little mohawk. There you go. If you're wondering what the bit was, it was that bit. How's that bit decided to go flying? So I've not actually touched on anything of the 8080, but we're +1 though, Reese. Not -1, we're +1, so that's okay. +1's got to be better than -1, surely. You would think. So I have got, honestly, if you can see the snacks that I've got around here, it's outrageous. Gone to town today. Gone to town. A big plug. Well, I've got the big light behind. There's a huge light behind, but the cable, the cable won't reach. So I can have a light there. I know where I'm going to place you roughly. And the other handheld lights I can just place about. They last all day, those little lights, Jay. They're amazing. They last so long. But no, that's that. That's my broken clip. I can't believe this broke. It's travelled the whole world, and the other piece snapped off. It snapped off from falling off the loop coaster. So that'd be thrown. That'll be in the next pile to go down. Part of the X-Men jet. So the sets that don't even, they're nowhere near. I don't know. I mean, I've got a Lord of the Rings minifigure here. I've got Winnie the Pooh stuff. I have no idea. No idea. I still don't think this is going to be one of those, what am I doing, like, started already. I think that might be with that. There we go. None of this is going to move. There are the spare pieces that go with this. Okay. What's Reese got? Oh, nice. So as it stands, and Killian's sorting bits and pieces out in the background. Jay's sorting some bits and pieces out in the background. Reese is building and rearranging. Ultra, are you building anything today? Good morning to everybody, or afternoon or evening, depending on where it is or you are around the world. The Americans are asleep, but everybody else is up, aren't they? So at the moment, we're five votes in. He said the instructions didn't look too bad on the phone. It was page 1. Well, that sucks, Reese. I don't know. I could put them on here for you, but I don't really think that would help. So at the moment, it's Lord of the Rings, architecture, or other. So nobody's voted for Bricklink yet for 20. There's amazing sets for 2026 from Bricklink. You lot have just bought them. How can you lot not be excited for the stuff that you've just purchased? Because you're getting billed for that in 2026. Shocking. Shocking. Bricklink wouldn't win for me because I haven't got anything coming from Bricklink this year. So, but no, we'll see. I wonder how many votes we can get in that. I wonder. There's only going to be a in and out stream for people, isn't it? People are going to be like, what is this absolutely monumental Muppet doing? Right. Stuff is coming out. Great. So I have got all sorts of stuff here. All sorts. I mean, that's a start. That's just gone back underneath. So that's a start. So that'll need to be saved. So I'll put that with the area that it should be going in. Oh, close to now. Not a bad start, Killian, for you, look. First thing to come out, Lego House exclusive set that's retired. Not too bad. That's terrifying how much that is now. Scary. Ultra, how are we? So you are, yeah, because you got the sushi just in time. Ultra, any fans from Series 10 last night? Anything that tickles your fancy? You are allowed to disappear, Reese. It's fine. Right, that's one thing. I should start doing like an auction. Thing. Right, we have a limited edition Easter set with bunny and house from absolutely no idea when. It is actually still sealed as well. It is. It's sealed with a sleeve still around it. Look. Not been opened. Door is still sealed. I think door's still sealed, and that's sweet. What is on it? I'll put that in the Colosseum. I'll put that in a what can I do with it pile. So I use my Colosseum as a bin. Third set to come out. There you go. Little Lego City set. Nicely done. That is nicely done. Yeah, I do like the space calf. Because because we were saying yesterday that the designer of the Space Calf is also the designer for Series 9. So that obviously Series 9 isn't available to buy yet, and they've done the beautiful sort of bit by the ocean, which is really good. So the fact that they were a brand new designer and they won 2 in a row. I can't believe you gave me the SKU code to a bunny rabbit, Reese. That's the amazing thing. I can't believe you did it. Right, this is full of tiles and minifigures, as you can see. Now, also, I'm clearly not going to go through these now, but there is a different Lloyd right at the top of the bag, and I've got a funny feeling that is Lego Movie Lloyd. It is Lego Movie Lloyd. I've been looking for Lego Movie Lloyd for years. I've been looking for that. That's where they all are. And there's more Ninjago ones in there as well. Brilliant. So that's what we're going to be doing one long stream. We've got all these minifigures to go through. I think that's a scarecrow. Yeah. Look at that. Green head scarecrow as well. Sweet. So yeah, lots and lots of minifigures to go through, which will happen. Now it will happen because this is obviously going to be a dumping. Going to be a dumping bit. So this is my little Legoland Castle drawstring bag, very fancy. I don't know if it's a good idea putting that on the table first or not. I've got to kind of pile everything up, haven't I? So we will see. Put these in the right place. Because I have got so many figs that I could just add in. It's quite scary. So I've got all of them from the Ninjago boat that need to be done. So yeah, there's a fair few of them that I can add in. Yeah, what magazine are you after, Reese? Right, that's part of the He-Man castle. No good. We don't want that up here anymore. Right. Jewel of Mandalore. Have I got any need for this whatsoever? I don't think I have. Sealed. And funny enough, it's in pretty much mint condition as well. So that is going to be a pile of sets going up at the front. And this is what I thought was underneath here. If you want to see some of the older stuff that I've got, this is one. There you go, look. First thing that's coming out. The Lego Systems things there. And then we've got the OG Lego Systems Bank. What else is in here? Oh, the hard to find limited edition now Toys R Us. I mean, like, this is the smallest folder. There's just piles and piles and piles of instructions in here. So there's a lot of instructions in there. And all of these now can get put back in. I think we were going to do a live stream going over all of these. And I don't think we ever got around to it, did we? I don't think we did, anyway. All right. This is folder number 2. Right. Anybody recognise any of these? I think you can see them all right, can't you? Any guesses? Got the Rescue, Team Extreme. What else is in here? There you go. You've got the Dragster. The Dragster starts, telephone, TV. Yeah, lots. All of those as well. Arctic. Yeah. Oh, the old road sweeper. There's some of the really old Lego System stuff in here. Look, so you've got the old road sweep at the top. You've got the Lego System bit at the bottom. So that is that one. Scary. Keeps going. That's the oldest one I've got, I think. You can really see that. Item number 6641 is the oldest one I've got in here. Right. Old school. Wonder if this table can take the. I wonder if the table can take the weight of the actual folders. Reese, that is very kind. That is very kind. Can I do it? I can I? Yes, I can. There we go. It's oh yeah. Legend to Reese. There you go. Sorted. Oh, get you a tin of it. Yeah, it's gonna need something. That's it. It'll cover a monster drink, won't it? So that'd be fantastic. If I come across a buddy, I will let you know. I will have certain give. Hang on. I got the Onyx. I just moved the year of the Onyx before. I was like, yeah, so we'll find it. Well, there'll be a white rabbit somewhere. Right, so this is more tiles of stuff. We're good to go for tiles at least when we get to those bits and pieces. But yeah, we've got a lot of streams to come now, I'm afraid. So you're going to be bored out of your skulls. Yeah. Where? What you thinking of doing that A-frame, Reese? All right, so I've got more of some of these. Which is what was going to be used for last night's live stream. Remember last night's live stream where I was just going to extend. Nobody remember that one last night where I was just literally going to extend the Centre Parks last night. Remember Centre Parks, Jurassic Park? Nice and easy, nice and simple. And then we're going to finish Pokemon today. No. Why don't we do this? Make this stream 10 hours long. Just do something completely different. Got all the Mario stuff as well, which I now actually do not have any use for. I'm not going to go down the go-kart route, I think. So I've got the little Donkey Kong, which is a nice looking set. So these can go, they can get put back into some form of storage. Tell you what, Reese, I think I can see an Easter set from here. I think. It's my my traveling backpack. Not often, Ultra, to be honest. So Ultra asks, when do you guys sleep? Not much. would have thought you would have been asleep now if you're from the States. There's early doors here at the moment. Ah. Well, there you go. Sealed. All of these are sealed, look. So we got Potter. These are the 40th police chase, aren't they? Yeah, bags and bags of them, all sealed. We could open these as a reward, shall we, at the end? What do you reckon we'll have in there? Does anybody need those? The Pan Am backpack, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I got. Oh, they're the 40-year anniversary ones, and there should be at least a police officer in there, which is the classic chase. They used to do a classic chase. Look, so Series 18. Oh, nice Ultra. I didn't even know I had these, so that's a thing. So I knew I had some, but I thought that I know there's others. So I will leave them in a different pile. No, not in that one, Ultra. That's the wrong series for that. Be nice if there was. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was. What else have we got? More instructions. What's in here? So we have got the Lego Systems. There we go, that way. So we've got the bike garage that they did with the bike trailer. All of the other racing teams. Then we've got the old school Octane garage, I think. Yep, with the petrol pump. And you've got the car that goes with it. I think it might have been a double one of that. Oh, I can see something naughty. What is that? Why is there Star Wars in here? So more Octane stuff. More trucks. This is all the older F1 bits. You can see the F1 that wasn't F1. More trucks. Then we're getting into the classic stuff. Look at that. Everybody must have remembered this one. Must remember this one. This is like a full-blown big 3 lorry loader with all the tools and everything. This was peak. This was the time that they peaked because they went from this to this. And then that's where they went into massive problems. So massive problems. But yeah, this year of Lego Systems stuff, all of this stuff, even the police station things that they did was just incredible. And then, the stuff that followed it was just the much larger molds, which was a load of pants. But yeah, obviously that's the actual set itself with the Octane extra car that you could buy. So you had a 14. So yeah, that was the best one. That was where it definitely peaked on that. And then, I mean, why is this here? I have a Sith Infiltrator. I've got the Penetrator in here, which is item number 7151 with a Darth Maul, I do believe. Oh, it continues. Oh, I did get Star Wars stuff way back when. Obviously, must have got given it as Christmas gifts. So you got that. You've got the original Snowspeeder. That would be handy to know where that is. And then we've got the Anakin's Pod Racer. Then we've got some speeder bikes and a droid fighter. Bear in mind, these are the original stuff. So it's what, 7111, 7128. Anakin is 7131. The Snowspeed is 7130. Oh, the original X-Wing. Just throw it in there. 7140 for the original X-Wing. Didn't even see that on the back of that Sith. Completely forgot I had these. They'll be in a box somewhere. And then there's the Naboo, the original fighter, down at the bottom. And then we have got just original Lego System stuff. So yeah, didn't even realise I've got them. They're in a box in storage, but yeah, there you go. Well, Jane Killian knows all about Star Wars stuff. I couldn't tell you what they are, but if you want to know... Hang on. Right, let's have a look. Bricklink. Let's have a look at the old Bricklink then. Bricklink for Killian. So Bricklink, 6395. Here we go. 6395. 639. The victory. I think I know what that is as well. I've got a funny feeling I know what that one is. Recognize the shape before I click on it. Is it the? It is the shell. So this was one of the last sets they did with shell, and then they swapped it to Octan because they obviously were using the shell licensing, and then they just changed it to their own because it just made no sense for them to use shell. They had it in configuration with Ferrari. They've always had a thing with Ferrari, haven't they? But that now, look, news 345, sealed and new. That's a scary amount of money. Yeah, scary amount of money. Yeah, Victory Lap Raceway. Yeah, it's nice. That's very nice, Killian. That very, very, very nice. Yeah, because the truck that's in here is the one that followed that. So this is. What's the SKU number? That's a good point. What is a SKU number? Let's have a look. 1996 is the one that's just beside me. 1996. Oh, there's been loads of other new ones as well. That'd be a slippery slope. We won't start looking at them. Definitely won't start looking at them. Right, guys, everybody's liked the video so far. Thank you very much indeed. Poll-wise, we are 36% of you are looking forward to the new architecture set, which I don't blame you for at all, because that architecture set, I think, is going to look incredible. So, yeah, I can see how and why. Definitely see how and why. Mark, hello to you. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. So that's the 4th instruction booklet, which will be going. That'll be going somewhere. All right, we all know about Yoshi. So there's the little Yoshi. That'll be going as well. What do we have here? Empty box. Don't even know what that's doing in here. So that's the Christmas giveaway. That's done. So that can go and be recycled. Oh, sorry, Reese. I could see it from a distance, but it's a bunny rabbit, but it's not your white bunny. There you go. Look, sealed Easter set. Oh no, it's not Skeletrix, Reese. No. See, Killian, I think we're learning. I think what we've got to be careful of is people that haven't had a dark age, because the Lego peaked, and then there's a dark age for everybody where it wasn't so good, and then everybody thought it was fashionable around 2020. It's like no. If you don't know the actual grind of putting these really small pieces together and literally killing yourself when you're a kid swallowing them. The actual Skeletric track I did have when I was younger. That was amazing. Right, that's another Easter. That's 2 Easter sets that I've just ran. These are obviously giveaways. That Colosseum's starting to fill up. You got your haircut today? Nice. What a Mark. That's an early haircut for you. Well, this people pack now is very important because this is part of the aviation. This is actually already built up. So this will be used underneath this table, or this will go here where the NASA set's going to go. I don't know whether to put NASA up top or underneath. Because we could do aviation underneath the table, or we could do planes and boats. So that needs to be, that now is important. That's nice. So I've got all sorts of spare flower parts and things. That needs to go back in its bag. Yeah, that is the space one, Reese. That is the space people pack. Yeah. So I know it's not the greatest lighting because I think you're fighting where it all is, but that's it. If I can move you over ever so. A bit better. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's the one that I've got. They're all built up. It's fully complete in here, and all the figures and everything are done. Everything's built up. See, it's got all the bits that spin around and everything else like that. So yeah, that's all ready to go. So I picked this up a long time ago for a plan with the minifigure Miniland, and now here we are. It's taken all this time to actually get to this point, but we are getting somewhere. Honestly, so Ultra, what you got to treat it is because it's just a completely different scale. So for me personally, like I'll just grab this one. I've got loads of little ones built here, but this is the one that I've got. So if you just want like a really nice representation of the model, then yeah, absolutely, because that's the Lego house. Look. See? But how I'm doing it is I'm creating a mini land. So the minifigure is actually looking at the set because it's smaller than the minifigure. So that's how I'm creating a display. So I'm going to put a path all the way around the outside of it, and yeah, just go around and go from there. So yeah, that's how they work. So yeah, they're nice. They've got plenty of detailing on the inside. So this is just a representation of the actual Lego house itself. So yeah, the architecture sets are just a really nice build, but they are all made up of smaller pieces on purpose, obviously. But yeah, that's what they look like. And you start putting them together, and they do look nice. But it's just if you're into architecture type things, because I've got the Roman Colosseum behind me, and that looks amazing. But obviously the Roman Colosseum, you do go tan blind because it's a repetitive thing. There's so many pieces. The Eiffel Tower, I've heard, is dreadful to put together, but again, the end result of that is good. But no, the older architecture sets, which was like the little smaller lengths. So I've got loads there, but this one, for example, which we are doing soon, that style of architecture set, they all look great together. And then again, like the Lego house one, because that's an architecture scale. So yeah, they do work really well. So we've got some of these in the display already, and they give all the detailing on the back. It's just this will take like an hour to put together, maybe 2. And then these are the newer version where they're much bigger, so they're 1,000+ pieces. This will take a little while to do, but yeah, on show they look good. But it just depends on like. It's just a separate display. It's a separate line. It's a separate everything. So as long as you're aware of that, then it's completely different. So yeah, not too bad. Dreads down to the cheeks, says Killian. Let me carry back up. Let me have a look. Yeah, it just depends on what you enjoy. I mean, things that people know, like if you're not into sort of like the architecture bits and pieces or the traveling kind of stuff or whatever, then it's pointless. But if they The end result looks nice. The end result does look nice, but for me to make it work in here, I'm doing it as a mini figure, mini land. I wouldn't otherwise. You couldn't put them beside like just like a random modular and be like, oh, that scale. It doesn't. It doesn't look anything the same. So there is a clear difference between the two. No, but I am going to go back over and get it. Because it's retired now. You could get the Singapore set, but it's when I was in Singapore last year. I was in Singapore this time last year. I didn't realize that it retired. It was exclusive to the Lego store. So yeah, so you can get it. I don't actually know because those architecture sets, some of them are they're not massive value, and some of them are. But now they're doing these newer ones where they're doing these sort of pyramids and the Japanese like castles and stuff, and they're now going to be doing different skyline ones. The little long lengths, I don't think they'll go back to, because don't forget the line died, didn't it? It kind of killed off. And I was like, well, what are they going to do with this line? And they come out with these bigger ones last year, and then they've suddenly started off with this brand new postcard design. Obviously, we've had the massive Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum, then we've got this big church thing that's going to be coming. So the church, hopefully, from a building with like an actual model, should look amazing. But I still don't know how big it is. I don't know if there's any pictures of it at all. I think we've got 9 and a bit base plates of space, and I just hope that we've got enough space for it at the bottom. Yeah, so that's the problem. Yeah, it's for the actual Singapore brick at the bottom. Everything else you should be able to part out, but the actual plaque, the printed plaque, is the expensive bit. But yeah, that reminds me, I need to get to that Pokemon Center. I still got to sort it out. Still got to sort it out. Mixed flower pots, more mixed flower pot. I've got 2 more of those up here. Seem to have sets down in here and elsewhere as well. I've got them in different locations. I'm not too sure how I've managed to do that, to be honest. There you go, that'll fit in there. And some other giveaway stuff that needs to be piled up safely there. Yeah, I need to get on with that, to be honest. Oh dear. We got spillages of stuff everywhere in here. What is all this? A box is ripped. I've got another one at the back. Another folder. With the classic policeman. Full wave of that. Full wave of the fire. Got all the rescue in here. What else is in there? Yes, that's all the rescue. Some deep sea stuff. Got all the Rock Raiders stuff. Pretty cool thing. Yeah, plenty of that in there. I didn't even realise those folders were here, to be honest. No idea. Got magazines. Magazines. Not naughty ones, just old Ninjago and old Avenger, sorry. Oh, it's you that's gone. Oh, balls. One of the boxes is ripped open. I'm wondering, why is there so much stuff, individual pieces on the floor? I put all the stuff in the box, and one of the side flaps have split. That is not the scenario that we want. Yeah, there's two types of toy shops though. Two different SKU numbers. They did an older one and a slightly newer one. They're exactly the same, but the newer one of the two looks visually the same. It's 2 or 3 pieces more, and the roof's a hard structure. It's the only ever one that they did 2 identical sets of. So one of them is a lot of money, and one of them's not as much. So just be careful what SKU number you're looking at. Oh, I like the tree. You can make a display up with that tree. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Just found a random PS4 game, Lego City Undercover. It's exciting. No disc in it. Dee. All right, that's. Okay. Yeah, there's 2. SKU codes are different, and there's just like it's literally just the build, ever so slightly different. There's not much difference to it though. Yeah, there's not much difference to it. All right, that is going there. So this will be. I'll get these out of the way. So this will be the third excursion, and we haven't even started yet. We haven't even got to the difficult stuff. This is just getting to the stuff that I need to move. That's the scary thought. Beautiful. Oh, my legs are going to be wrecked by the time of this. Well, so how many of you had Killian? How many coffees have you had? Reese and Killian have one each. Well, what's on the list then, Reese? Oh, look. This is the reason why I like the medieval jousting winner so much last night, because I own 6095, which is an OG jousting set, and it has all the bits and pieces on the back. Nice. I think I'm finding some base plates here. This is exciting. All right, box. That box is what I need. What was that? Smashy. Smashy. That is from. That's from the haunted house. This really is. I knew it was bad, but I didn't think it was this bad. is the haunted house there. Brilliant. That's been missing for years. Quite literally years. I might need some rubbish section now. What have I got in here? Is that Harry Potter picture frame from? Yeah, that's another internal bag that needs to get sorted out. Actually, can I? Oh. I'm sure that's a limited edition figure that's just randomly appeared. She can go back in with that. Yeah, there's going to be. Fully complete. Was that a Koenigsegg? I think that one is. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Jesco. It is a Jesco. Do you need a Jesco, Reese? Jesco for Reese. And there is a smashed up, beautiful looking Ferrari, which is a shame because that was in this box. So something's landed on this. Got the Porsche Turbo randomly appearing as well. Oh, you can just hear it, can't you? You can just hear the pieces. So I put everything in that box, neat and tidy. And now it can all go in this Lego bag. Should be nice and exciting. Lego. Told you it's going to take a long time. Minifigure. Another minifigure. No, I think I've just found. I think I've just found a pair of Lego trainers. I think. Yes, I have. Look. What ones are these? Forgot about these as well. The AZX series from Adidas. These ring a bell to anybody? Look. Should I put these on my shelf? put them up by the Death Star. It's clear they've never been worn. What is? They got different shoelaces and stuff that you can put with it as well. Look, see. Oh. Just told you, random things that have been up here. Random things. So yeah, there you go. Quick look at the trainers. And they're gone for another. How many years ago did that come out? 2020, 2021? I might use them and destroy them. I need a pair of trains, but I've just ripped mine, so I might actually use them. I'm going to put them, that's close there, but you're right at the front. Random jacket that I must have got too hot in doing a live. Yeah, I'll probably wear them. I would wear them, to be honest. I just haven't. But I do need a pair. The only thing with Adidas trainers is that the fabric rips on them really badly. So I don't know whether to just wear them down and then keep them or just throw them away. That's the thing. I really don't know. I just heard something go crunch. What just slipped? Are we good? Did something slip? No, that's fine. I thought something slipped. Yeah, I don't know what well. It's clearly, I'd like to make this very, very clear. This is not a flex. This is just stuff has been under this table for years, and it's just coming out. So, like little giveaways like that, for example, where they've just been underneath this table. But I knew this was going to be a long slog. I wasn't expecting it to be the box. Yeah, not too sure what's happened with this box. So this is the culprit. See, completely gone. And I actually know where I got this box from. So there is a certain individual to blame because he's given me a very dodgy, not correctly wrapped up fragile. See the fragile label at the bottom? The tape is not even attached at the bottom. Shocking. And I know where it's come from because I got given these stupid things with it. So it's a certain individual that is lurking in the background. Broken pieces wise, that I haven't actually moved anything yet, Reese. So we're +1 because I've given the 8080 a piece back. So that's all right. So that's okay. So yeah, in this box, anybody heard of the Mighty Micro? The little tiny cars that they did with all of the Marvel characters and the DC characters, and they just went bashing against each other. Yeah, I've got all of those here because you get given like the tiny, really funky cartoon minifigures with them, and they're in this box, but the box has decided to basically explode, which isn't ideal. But as I am sat here looking at this stuff, what do we put on the floor? So because we've got Star Wars City, are we just going to do the Star Wars display in front? Do we think? Because obviously you're looking at a completely different view to me, because what I'm looking at the moment is an absolute disaster. That's what I'm looking at the moment. But this here is what I'm looking at. So that's the view that I've got, because you've got the city with the city. So what do we think is going to go there? Because obviously what we're doing is we're going underneath here for 2 tables. Then we're going all the way back for another 3 feet to be able to get the table in for the Venator. And then we've got to get the Venator on the table and then work our way backwards and put the Baseplate down. Sexy fun. That is what that is. Very, very sexy fun. Ideas are welcome. Ideas are welcome. So yeah, just need your help with that. No, we can't put the Star Wars near the cheese really, because if we're going to do this as like a mini land type thing underneath, it's completely the wrong scale, isn't it? So we could literally have the Venator as the last mini land thing and the first Star Wars thing. We want to try and create like a clear divide. So like how the 8080 is next to the Colosseum, the base plate color changes, the path color will change. Obviously, I've not been able to do any of that yet, have I? But where we've got all of that, and then we've put that over. Of course, if the new thing is going to go just on this bit where we've made all this space up, then we're absolutely laughing. All of this is just going to be the bigger model. So we know what's going on with that. So that's absolutely fine. But it's getting that UCS cheese, get the cheese into its position, which is it's behind the back of that table. And then we'll see what more space that we've got. So yeah, I would imagine in about an hour or two, we will get to that point, and there's going to be a couple of hours of moving. And it won't be till much later on that we can actually get the Venator locked in, because yeah, it's just what it is. Because it's got bags of spare tiles and just other spare bits. But yeah, things like this, I need a bin liner for. So I will prop that onto the seat, and then I'll get a bin liner, and I can flat pack that and recycle it all as we go. Because there's so many, there's just loads of bits to go through, which I can just do in different live streams. Because otherwise I'll be here for hours. I mean, look what I've just found. See, got really nice CMF minifigure just randomly in this. But inside this, look, it's got Harry Potter birds in. It's all sorts of stuff in there. So these little bags all these little bags need to be gone through. So if I put them in my way purposely between the builds, we can literally just sit down and sort them out. But this is going to be used for the bigger sets for now. Like that stuff, whatever this sort of stuff is. Yeah, just speak Jay. If Mr. Jay's Toy Collection UK, Jay and his toy collection is lurking in the background playing with his 7-inch. He is the lighting guru. So he's got it all on a button, and he's lit up all of his Kallaxes, all of his shelving. It's all strip lighting from Amazon, and it's a multicolored change. He's got it in his glass cabinets and everything. So it's all on different remotes, and it does look very good. So yeah, it's definitely stuff that can be done. But yeah, that is the plan. So it's going to be lit up to the back, basically. But yeah, I'm thinking aviation underneath, or we're going to go a slightly different route. But this obviously does expand a lot of stuff that we've got. I could potentially put the smaller architecture sets at the front and then work into the bigger planes, but I do quite fancy having the, because it's got loads of space for the Douglas, it's got loads of space for the Concorde, and then we'll have the table. It's just what I put behind the Venator. That's going to be the difficult. It's going to be the difficult thing. Yeah, there's loads of stuff that can be done. Loads and loads of stuff that can be done. But yeah, these are them. Look, the mighty macro superheroes. They had a full line of these. Look, so that's something to consider if you want some nice minifigures at good pricing. But remember, this is just like odds and sods. This isn't where all of the main 97, 98 stuff is. This is just random stuff. Oh. But I have got a lot of tiles to pick up. So, but I also in anticipation, got extra signage like billboards. So this is obviously off the police station, the Soaps and Studs. In here is multiple random signs from different modular sets, which I was going to make train stations up with. So that's more mighty sets. Nice prints on them stickers. Slightly different. They're not quite the same because they the rides are actually even smaller, I think. Yeah, the rides are even smaller. Because this it's all superhero. They got quite a bit with it. So this is one of the sets in this bag here. So hang on, let me clock this back. You know where that one goes now. Figure it out. No. Yeah, so we'll just show this one. So yeah, they're that scale, all different funky little builds, and then you've got the Marvel or DC characters, and some of them had exclusive prints as well. Whereas the rides, they just gave you that little space baby, didn't they? Which I still think is a little bit small, to be honest, for teeny tiny ones. But I'm not a parent, so nothing to do with me. Right, more CMF minifigures on the floor. We have got the CMF Castle Lady. We have got, that is from the Britlink Designer Program. So how does this work? How does this minifigure here get over 0.5 meter underneath the table, underneath all of this stuff that I dragged out? I am almost 100% sure that there is a critter that comes in here at night and just starts to move everything. Got to move absolutely everything. I think it's a foregone conclusion, to be honest. I mean, I've got Lord of the Rings characters here. I've got CMF Disney stuff here. I mean, it is silly, let's be honest. Silly. Oh, that's the Mando. That's the Mando furnace in there. So I broke quite a lot of stuff in one of the streams. Like I keep standing on everything, so I just ended up getting put in these bags. And then I lost the will to live with it, so I thought, well, no, that's not gonna happen. But no, we've got lots and lots of different colourful tiles because there's some like mint ones in that bag. That's just a bag of random stuff. So again, with these bags that have just split, I'll be picking all of these up and putting them in its correct bag. Yeah, we will see how it goes. But if you guys and girls are building anything in the background, just let us know what it is you are doing. And when I can reach the laptop, I will plonk it under, have a look, see, and we'll see what it's all about. But I'm going to be picking up. I mean, there's that is a custom Lego House exclusive torso print, all the way from Billund, just thrown in the middle of nowhere. So we'll find that one. I know. I couldn't believe that yesterday, Chuck Norris. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? But I'm sure the memes will live on. I did see a really good one last night, though. I thought, yeah, that sums it up. So he said it's something along the lines of Chuck Norris is not gone. He's just taken the place of somebody else's job, and it was the Grim Reaper. And I thought, yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to think about it, to be honest. So, yeah. I mean, what an absolute legend of a human being he was. Absolute legend. Yeah, there's so many. But the best thing is he just went along with it, didn't he? He went along with it for so many years. And the joke he pulls in Expandables as well. It's just. I don't know where those jokes started from, but I love the fact he just went along with it. But no. Yeah, there's some amazing ones. Amazing ones. So we're the first hour in. We've not started off too quickly. Feeling all right so far. So if we can keep this pace, we'll be done. Yeah, exactly that. I thought that was just a real nice thing. He's not actually gone anywhere. It's like, no, he's not. Oh. I have just found, I have no idea what that's from, a sealed Lego Technic motor or a Lego motor. Any ideas? I leave that to the exploratory pile. So this is the big front of the space truck, which is all smashed up. A lot of stuff to go through in this bag. A lot of stuff. Mando. Any Mando ones in there? Maybe. Well, we've got options. We can. We could. Now with this, we could actually run a loop on the floor. We could go all the way down and then actually come back up and round. We could actually do something really funky. The train up top. So basically, these tables got spun round where they fitted a full oval track all the way around the outside, but it does eat into the table too much. But on the floor, no, there's stuff that we could do. We could motor up because I could use the Orient Express, and it could literally just go from zone to zone to zone. So the Orient Express isn't actually a ride anymore; it just takes you to your next destination. Yeah, there's loads of stuff, collector Lego that you could do. I'm just reading Killian's things. There's so many of them. So many of them. Yeah, I've got other instruction booklets over here. It wouldn't have been that bad if this box hadn't split. If the box was all right, I'd have been laughing. But of course, it's always going to. That I'm making a nice little bin pile here, which is good. Got to sit in the garden, strip down a load of. Oh, that'll be fun for you, Killian. Well, that'll keep me going, thinking that you lot are miserable as well. That's fine. More characters. One of those. CMF robot and chicken head missing its legs. There is honestly about 1,000 of these on the floor, just in case you are wondering what I'm doing. So just down here, look, there is close to oh, you can't actually see. Can you see? Yeah, look at them all. Outrageous. We will get this done. we will get this done. That's just a random ship from the cantina, isn't it? Which is nowhere near the Star Wars stuff. Okay, brilliant. More tiles. More tiles. Because all of these tiles are going to be used. Because for the mini land, I'm going to do really bright, vibrant colours. So the bit going across the front here, look, I'm going to put all the different, because look how much the orange stands out against the green. So I'm going to make paths up with all the really bright colours going from all the bright Pokemon stuff and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, because you've got orange, you've got the yellow. Even from a massive distance, you can see them stand out. Like you've got this aqua, and then you've got this beautiful green, and then you've got this deep red. So just those 5, without even trying to move it neat and tidy. But yeah, there's 100% something comes up here and just destroys everything. Because I'm obviously read out all the stuff backwards. All I saw then was I've invested in a stripper, a wire stripper. Oh, that still sounds bad because I'm missing the conversation. Oh, under a car. Oh, for the exhaust. Oh, right. So if I read that bit first, that probably would have made more. That would have made more sense. Right. Pick these up. Dog. That's from the CMF one. Tiles. Lots and lots and lots of tiles down here. Lots and lots. Got some carrots as well, randomly. Anybody needs any carrots? There's some carrots down here. It's not until you start to do things like this, you go, yeah, I've actually got quite a bit. Quite a bit of stuff. Ah, there's the car legs. Good. Seen the car torso. Where's the car? There it is. There you go. That's his missing legs. Look at that. We're putting things back together. So that's another one. Why what? What? I can. What question? Oh, this is the loft, Ultra. This is just the loft. Yeah. So you guys don't have that over there. So you got basements, haven't you? So we're at the top. That's why the roof is like that. So yeah, this is just up top. Yeah, so you guys have massive basements, and we have really painful attic spaces unless it gets all done out neat and tidy, which then is a lot nicer for everything. But yes. Shima figure. Yeah, I know, everybody's different, they're kidding, aren't they? Yeah, that's it. So we're in an attic space up here, but we don't. Well, some places do, but a lot of houses in the UK don't tend to have basement space. So right, I'm just gonna get a bag to put some of these pieces in and a bin liner for that. So give it a sec. I'll be back in a minute. Fantastic. There we go. I knew I needed them at the start. I brought them up early. But there you go. Kangaroo pouch of stuff. Stuff. Orient Express, and that's prime. Well, meant to be then, isn't it? Did you ask them if they could have kept the Orient Express there for you? Everybody's mental, aren't they? Everybody's mental for Lego stuff. Mental. Yeah, so these, which are not tiles, but they're just like odd bits, can just go in a different bag, and then you can just get sorted out later. Oh, because I have no idea where some of these come from. I think they're just odd bits and pieces that have been dropped in the past. I put in this box and this box is broke. Right, I've randomly got a White Suit Joker head just on the floor, followed by Sonic. So he's just randomly there, along with Batgirl. Come on. It's a dino. So I will keep sticking my head up at the chat as we're going. So don't worry. I will do my best to catch up as we go. Yeah. So Reese, have you decided what it is you are going to start on? Do you think you're going to go for this? Are you going to do? Because I think if you did the camping adventure next, you can then fully complete your A-frame cabin display, because you might be able to put the trees of the A-frame with the Bricklink set, and then you can maybe do the smaller ones later. And if anybody wants to email over anything that they're doing, obviously, I can then show it off and get it up on the email to everybody as it goes. So that's not a problem. Like we can do all of that kind of thing. So yeah, just let us know. Split Banana, Mario, Sonic, Mario. Yeah, give it a go, Reese. Give it a go. Yeah, all good. My days, there are so many small pieces on this floor. Every single one of these was in that box. Oh, some really nice blues. Is that up on there? Yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe a couple of blues as a that. If we've got the different colour base plates down, I think all of those colours will work against that. I think that'll all look really nice. Oh. So Ultra Bricks is thinking what set's going to be first. Yeah, everybody's got their own different things, haven't they? Everybody's got their own different interests and stuff, haven't they? I think if they're supportive, then fair enough. If they're not, then they're not. What I've just found with the firework explosive face. There you go. That's going to be what I'm going to look like by the end of this stream. There's a random coat hanger up here. That's exciting. A random coat hanger. I seem to be moving further and further underneath this table, though. So we are doing a thing. I know I'm sat in the same place, but I am bringing the stuff out. So we do seem to be moving ever so slightly. Not the quickest of pace, but we are slowly, because all of these pieces were already picked up. I'm doing this for the second time with a dodgy box. I need to go to trading standards for a dodgy box with tape. Shocking. Giving it to me on purpose, laughing, knowing full well that it's only a one-use box. And by the time I ever come back to it again, it would just be exploded. Unbelievable. Ryan's coming in with a motivational quote of the day. There we go, Ryan. Okay. No, I think I think it would make sense to put the aviation stuff underneath. I just don't know if the NASA's at the front or NASA goes where the base plates are, because I don't know what else is tall to sort of go here. Not that it needs to be massively tall, but I think the NASA set would look quite nice there. Speed Chummy didn't have any stickers. Oh, you're lucky. That's all right then. You can't go wrong with that, Reese. You didn't have any stickers. You can't go wrong with that. I got a funny feeling a pub cup's been knocked over as well. I mean, that's what I'm going to stick to. One of these old school pub cups, but there's nothing in this one. Nothing in it, so. What is this? Hang on. Oh, they've done a new smart brick promo on their Instagram page. No new sets. I thought that was what that was to do with. Oh, no. No new sets. Fair enough. Wonder why they're using their Instagram page so much and they're not actually putting the sets up. Because is there a Jurassic Park day? Is there something coming for Jurassic Park? Because the Universal Studios in Orlando have done something big for that kind of thing as well. So I just don't quite get the gist of what's going on with it all. So if somebody could possibly fill me in, because it was quite surprising to see the Universal in California literally overnight opened up a Jurassic Park section next to Jurassic World. I'm like, well, that's in conjunction with everything else that's going on. I was like, oh, right, fair enough. And screwdriver. That's exciting. Always handy. Woo! Screwdriver. Oh, more pieces. Oh my good grief. You can hear them, can't you? Honestly, I am going to have to go to Trajan standards for this cardboard box. It's just outrageous. Oh, there's a tree though. That'd be handy. There's another tree. We'll put a tree up. Happy days. It's just not acceptable. Not acceptable. So what's your next Speed Champions car race? That's another. It's nice. Another nice looking minifigure as well. No Ultra. We get loads of Americans in, but not at this time. Normally they're all asleep, so we do get a fair few Americans in. We get some Canadians in. We get some Aussies in, and then we get a load of Europeans from around the world in. So yeah, we've got quite a few people from different areas that actually pop in. But you're the only one in America at the moment. Oh, good Lord, Reese. Well, all those instruction booklets that I've just shown you at the start, they're from 95, 96, 97, like full collection of. And then, like I said, if I showed you literally the police truck from one year to the police truck the next, all the molding changed. Like they made these really big. It's almost like what they did for 4+ now, and I just lost interest in it for a while. And then I got back into it like 5, maybe 6 years later, and then just started plodding along with lots of stuff. So, yeah. But my first big set for this display would have been, I don't know, 2018 maybe, because none of this existed up here in 2020. I had it displayed elsewhere, and then thought, right, okay. So no, I've been doing it for a long time, a long time. So that's why. Well, I'd like to think that I've got a little bit of knowledge, back sets, and what themes to help people with, and all that kind of stuff. So. But it's also the Legoland parks, because I've been going to the Legoland parks since I was tiny. So that's I sort of grew up going to like Legoland Windsor and places like that. So yeah, it's just one of those. But no, it's very, very weird, because I remember getting the Falcon, and said this to Jay. I remember getting the Falcon, people making a big hoo-ha about it, making like, oh, this is like the set to have from a building experience, and this, that, and everything else. And I was so disappointed in it. That's where I sort of reconsidered who I actually listened to on social media, because I've never been sort of persuaded as such, but so many people were just talking like it's just the greatest thing ever made, where realistically it is it's literally a heap of junk. That's what it is. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's exactly how it is from the actual movie. Just not that sexy, to be fair. So yeah, I started doing all the stuff I started doing the lives on Instagram years ago, and then just jumped over to here. And then I didn't do anything. I didn't do any lives for a long time. And then just started with the Death Star last year. Yeah, that's not a bad shout from Ryan. Actually, they really should do like the Rocky race. I'm sure another company has that license at the moment, though. But that would be really nice, Ryan, if they did that. But no, the Speed Champion stuff that they're doing at the moment is just nuts. There's a lot of the problem is with the Speed Champions, Reese, is that when they retire, they skyrocket double, triple, quadruple the price. So just try and focus on the ones that are going to be retiring. Because if you go back into Smiths and you look at the ones that are going to be retiring, they'll have dropped down to like the £17 mark rather than being the 22. So if you're always sort of playing catch up the Speed Champions, it means you're going to save yourself a £5 a car, which is never a bad thing. So that way you don't have to worry about getting it day one, because you know how Smiths and Argos work. They do like a 3-tier sale system. And if you're just always sort of just adding gradually, just get the ones that are always going to be retiring. So you'd be laughing doing it that way. Because the Aston Martin, they did the big Lego Creator version like they did with the Mini, and then they did the Speed Champions one as well. So Killian, enjoy crawling underneath your car. I will be crawling underneath this table shortly to start pulling out all of this stuff. So yes, we will be pretty much doing the same thing, I would imagine, over a period of time. So yes, enjoy. But yeah, I'll be a few hours away yet, Killian, until that Venator's on the move. So, and that's where things are going to get smashed. When I start to move that Venator and try and build this table back up underneath this table, it's just going to be messy. But yeah, we'll kind of get to the point of where we've made space for it. I am now going slightly further underneath this table, which is good. Oh, this is where they are. Oh, that's exciting. I've got stuff and stuff, but I've got lids. Now there's some lids underneath here, which I know where they can go, so I can move these. But I've got 3 lids, of all things. You know where they're going then. What's this, number 4, number 5? Beautiful. Oh, the lamp, yeah. The boxes do look good. The box art. That's the thing. For me, the box artwork sells a lot of stuff. I think it does look very good. So that's more instructions that need to be relocated. These bits. But yeah, when the bigger bits start to come out, we'll start torpedoing under the table quite quickly, because a lot of that stuff will just get relocated and moved, and then it's the stuff at the back which is going elsewhere. It's all going to get recycled or gone to the tip, or that kind of stuff. So there's plans for it. So I'm just going to be going up and down the loft ladders quite a lot. But I still think that this lack table, it needs to go close to the back of this table to raise it up. Get that on, and then no idea how it's going to go from there. I really don't know how it's going to sort of work from there. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So I've got some IDs. I haven't got enough, but I've got some that I can start putting some base plates down. There is some around here. Oh yeah, there is bits and bobs. Beautiful. I'm not going to have any knees, legs, or spine left by the time this is done. About a new Lego order. I'll have a look. No, mind you, I'll have a look. It'll notify me. If you tag me in it, then it should notify me in my thing, and I'll go take me directly to it. So, no, massively appreciate it for that. Thank you very much indeed. That one needs to stay there. What is this? Oh, okay. Anybody require a Lego House exclusive polybag? Because I've gone there that many times. I have got quite a few of them, and if you guys and girls are nutty at collecting, I've also, to prove a point that I have done this for a while, I've got the Legoland exclusive prick from Germany. I've also got a Legoland exclusive brick from Germany Golf, so that's from the hotel. Then what else is in here? Dubai going to be in here? Yep. So I got the AUE one from Dubai. So these are the massive collector's things. That is the UAE day from 2019. So I was there in 2019. This bag is full of that kind of, as you can see, stuff. They're all different bricks. So as I remember at the airport, some little kids crying. So I was like, let's have some of these. Because don't forget. So how many combinations can you make with 6 bricks? That's why they give you 6. I will leave one to the side for you. I will leave one to the side. Yeah, you can either have just like a bag of 6. These now, they're not even in the poly bag anymore. They're in a paper bag, so they don't do these. But this has got the Lego House artwork all across the top. And what they do is they print these off all day continuously, and you actually see how the brick comes together with regards to the actual plastic, and you follow the system all the way around into the press, into the mold, and it goes all the way through. So, yeah, these are pretty cool because it comes out of the machine that you see, so you can literally follow that all the way through. There is, if you want to see it, on the Lego House playlist, there is a brick molding machine video. It's about 8 minutes long. And it is that brick molding machine over there that I've got is in the Lego House, and it follows the whole system from start to finish. And I do time it and grab some of the packs. So yeah, there's plenty of them. So you don't have to fight over them. There's loads of them in here. So, but yeah, there's some exclusive Legoland bricks, and then there's the Lego House ones. Because even if you go over Reese, you wouldn't get that pack. You would get it in a poly bag now, in a paper bag, not a poly bag. So I'll leave that safe and sound to one side then. So this is full of that kind of thing. That's not a problem. Yeah, that'd be a good time for Billund, and obviously that'd be the Halloween one. So you could go over there for Halloween, Windsor. Because what you could do, depending on where you're coming from, what I've done before is, if it's an evening flight and you're going from Heathrow, you do the Legoland Park Windsor all day, evening flight into Billund, stay at Billund for the night, do Billund for 2 days, then come home. So it's a long weekend. So that would work. I've done Legoland Windsor, then pulled up at the long stay car park and gone off to America for 2 weeks because I thought, oh, screw it, I'll just make the day of it. But yeah, that way you could do them. But yeah, they do these throughout the year, these little exclusive big chunky bricks. But you've got to go to where they get made up. So you've got to go to the brick molding factory inside the shops and things, and they just give them to you. So they're free to collect But obviously, I've gone there so many times, I haven't just randomly picked all of those up and run away with them. That's how many times I've actually gone. Oh, well, you're laughing then, Reese. Yeah, so we could easily do Windsor. Seems to be that I did pick up some of the Lego games, just haven't played them. I wonder why. I wonder why. But no, there's some bits and pieces there. That's not a bother. Okay. Hang on. It's all gone wrong. Who's that? Oh, right, okay. I will respond back to that later. Somebody's changed the name on their email address. I'm like, who is this? But we're there, so it's good. No, I've got one. I got given one with my phone, which is weirdly enough. So I got given one in 2019. I think I've turned it on once or twice, and that's it. As far as I'm aware, I've definitely not turned it on in multiple years. That looks important to me. That is a micro scale tree, so that can go there. PlayStation 2 memory card, anybody as well. Jason, a 2-hour check-in. Oh yeah, we're getting that part. Yeah, we've nearly cleared table number 1, Jay. And I'd like to make this very clear that you gave me a dodgy box with dodgy taping, and I am now picking up quite literally thousands of individual tiles because the tape that was provided was an absolute sack of turd. But apart from that, having an absolute lovely time. Just picking up all of these. We don't mind doing that. All the different tiles and all the other different bits and bobs. Sorted these out once already. Where are you going? Where's that thing gone? Are you winning with yours, Jane? Remember, emails, guys, send them over. I can share them off to everybody what you're doing. So, Reese says you'll do whatever you're building and doing, and obviously with you, Ultra, as well. Just send an email over. Make sure it's in landscape, so it covers your email address if you don't want your email address to be shown. Whatever it is you're building, I can just show it off to everybody. So, yeah, just let us know. But we are plodding on and tinkering. I have just so if you want to see just how big the Colosseum base is, look at that. That's what you had to do just to start with. It wasn't heavy Lego, Jay. It was literally, it's still got your peanuts in. Look, it's got your peanuts still in with stuff, but look at the state that the tape hasn't even survived. What's this all about? That is absolutely outrageous. That is, it's appalling behaviour, really. It is appalling. So that had just little bits in, loads of bits, all safe and sound. And I'm like, oh, it's just pinged apart. I didn't even touch it. It had pinged apart in its own time. It's had a lovely time pinging apart. It must have pung apart last night. I've went, oh, you know what? I'm going to make this really awkward. Let me just unping myself. So you've got to spend a good, 45 minutes. We've been picking up, this is the third bag of tiles. That's it. The tape is not good. Popeye D&D Master of the Universe display done. We'll send photos over, Jay, and you can show it off to the world. So, yeah, all good, sexy fun. and it keeps coming and coming. The way Jay's written that, one feels the point of the box, is very much like the Matrix. It's not just about the spoon and bending the spoon. It's about how one does the spoon. It's like, oh, God. Politician 101. I reckon I've got more pieces on the floor than you can get from a pab wall at a Lego store. Madness. I mean, I've got everything from croissants. I've got crabs. Yes, crabs. I've got just stuff. All right, there's another folder. What folder's this? Oh, it's a CMF folder. So all of these were organised at one point. So we got them series all the way through. Look, series 1, 4, 5, all the way through. All the way through to 10. So because they were originally going to be they were originally going to be put in picture frames. Oh. I got Crabs Ultra, yeah. See? Crabs. Well, a crab. There'll probably be more on there. I'm sure they'll multiply. Well, I'm sorry, but if it can't handle that amount of tiles, Jay, then it's not very well done, is it? And you've just named and shamed the company that it came from. I just said it came from you. Jay's now passing it on. No, I'm not taking that. We're gonna do it on there. Classic Space, anybody? Anybody guess the set? So we got trans orange pieces in here. Anybody can guess what these are? Look at these. So this is quite a big space set in here. That's a pretty cool thing. Right, a plug extension. Massive length. There we go. Where does this go to? Good grief, that's a cable. Look at the length on this. That is the longest cable I have ever seen for an extension plug. No, it was on top of everything, Jay. It has literally exploded. Because bearing in mind that box came out first, and all this other stuff has come out after. Stop being a politician. Right. No need for this, I don't think. Reese has just got to crabs. Yeah, there's crabs, Reese. We've got crabs. I've lost count now. I don't know how many that was. I don't know how many times I've gone up and down with that. Crabs. Your boy's got crabs. Yes, indeed. I wonder if that's from the Ninjago. Oh, is that my uncooked crab from the Ninjago City? From when I fell through the table? Or is it? Is this the crab? Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put that. I'm going to call it now. That might be the missing crab, and we'll say it's escaped. So that has taken. I don't know how many years ago I fell through the table, but it's taken me that long to find the crab. 5th time, 76 hours to go. Well, remember, this is just a warm-up because I've got a lot of stuff to come up and down. A lot. So I say up, it's all going down. But we are getting there. I'm just leaving this stuff for the bags, and I'll sort all this out after. I thought there'd be more stuff going on the table, but there isn't at the moment. There isn't at the moment, so yeah. What do we have? Exciting. Oh, Reese. Ah. No, never mind. It's a lucky cat. I thought it was a bunny rabbit, but it's not. I thought that was the one you wanted. Lucky cat 96, apparently. Brand new. Just put there. I don't remember where I got that from. I got that from somebody as a Christmas gift a while back because of me liking cats, but I can't remember. That'd been 17, 18. Towels. It's because they originally came out in the space stuff in the 80s, I think, and that's the only place that you can get them from. So they did the bright lime green and the bright orange. So there's only certain places that you can actually pick them up. I don't know if they are now doing them on the PAB section on the Lego website, but they're massively sought after because people, it's just nostalgia for people. It was at a day and age where they just didn't care about what they produced, and then they started to calm it all down to obviously bring money in. So no, they're not anymore. They don't anymore. They used to, but they definitely don't. They definitely don't anymore. Am I going to need these? Am I going to need? Oh, it's the first time I've done that. Oh, ow! I might need that. They can stay there. I might need those towels. Possibly. What do we have here? We've got Holiday Main Street, flat packed. Oh, there they are. Any guesses what this is? Quickly, who can get this? And don't say, I want to know the set it comes from. How much of a knowledge fan are you guys and girls? What set is this from? Wonder where these are gone. Holiday Main Street. Yep, that's the one I've got. Yeah, it's just the box. It's not sealed. It's already built. Any ideas what this is from? Where I'm putting those now, I have no idea. Ding, ding, ding. It is the full-size, old-school football pitch. This thing is a behemoth. With all the stadiums that go around the outside. Oh, yeah, big set that is. I've got no use for the pitch, but I could use the green base plate, so that'll be helpful. Oh, I'm not too sure, Ultra. Not too sure what. Well, don't forget, some people lie through the nose, don't they? So if you've gone to Legoland Germany, then more than likely that's where they've come from because of what's there. Remember the days we did this? Remember these? I think that was Killian Street. I know Killian's not there at the moment, but I think Killian designed something like that. So that's all the funky colours that we're going to be doing, and we're doing a test on that a long time ago. Right, I need a sack to recycle. Yeah, I don't know. The only place I can think of would be Legoland Germany. But they are hard to get hold of. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure. Yeah, I might have done a backhander with the staff. You don't forget, if you speak to the staff, they've actually got all the BAM stuff out the back. So Ninjago, nobody wants these, they're Ninjago magazines. They can go get recycled. Star Wars mags. More different mags, they can all get recycled. Recycling. Instruction booklets. I need in a box for these. It's going to be annoying. That's going to be annoying. I can actually start to see the floor now, which is nice. Yeah, look what I've just found. This was my first ever attempt. I put a bit of wallpaper up on one of the walls. It lasted about a day and a half before it fell off. Right. No, I don't know. They'd only be certain. I don't know. I can't help you that one. I would imagine Germany is the place to go. So if you want to jump on a plane and treat yourself, that would be the place. That would be the place to crack on with. Definitely and absolutely. Right, what do we have here? The Lego Movie Fist. And then we've got the Haunted House. And then there's the police station. And the Star Wars ATT. So, nice. You can go just there and follow them up somewhere else. There's another lot. Right, there's some more fault. I told you there's a lot of instruction booklets down here. Oh, these are more minifigures. These are more CMFs. These are series 13 to series 20 in here, look, with the internals. Pretty cool. That can be flat packed because Jay actually has this set. That was my gift to Jay. I've got the box, he's got the sets. And more recycling. The Lego Movie DVD with disc. Fantastic. What do we have in here? Oh, my Simpsons haul. Absolutely splendid. Here they are. Well, that's looking very sorry for itself. Any guesses what that's supposed to be? That actually could be in my. I would put that in my aviation section, but it's not the wrong. It's the wrong scale. Well, that's the next couple of shorts now. Oh, there's one wing. Where's the other? Oh, that's a shame. Right, that needs to be gone through. There is everybody in here. Marge, Apu, Lisa, Maggie, Coppers, Ned with his toolbox, other Maggie. All the accessories are in there. Brilliant. There we go. That's what we like. And Jay's on fire. The indie plane it is. But no, there's all of the Simpsons characters, all of them in there. Grandpa, Maggie with her teddy bear, which I just dropped on there. Itchy and Scratchy. They're all in there. So I can make some more shorts up with those because I haven't made shorts with them for a long time. But the question is now, where do these Simpsons characters go? Because we have to find home for all of these. Is either they get thrown in storage or they get put into a display somewhere. So where do they go? Because that's the other thing that we've got to do while we're doing this. It's very much a case of, okay, well, we've got stuff that we can do, but we have to plan where some of these bits and bobs are going. My phone's keypad is trash, says Ultra. Yeah, that Pamam's really tickled me, and the Concorde's really tickled me. But I still do not know about the double shuttle. I still don't know about that. Which ice rink set, Reese? What, the Chinese New Year one? No, not yet. That's going to be my Christmas gift to myself. I think I'm going to add that to I'm going to add that as a display. More instructions. So I've got 6-7 folders of just stuff. Does anybody remember the original AC car, like the remote control, the RC? Sorry. Anybody remember that one? And then the harbour that they used to do and all the other bits. Guys, everybody's liked the video so far. Thank you very much indeed. It helps. It helps. How are we doing on the poll, by the way? Oh, yeah, we are. Is it all crashed? Oh, don't say it's crashed. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, no. It can't have crashed. Surely not. What's going on? Are we all with it? Is it all still there? Because it's gone really very slow. Are we good? DJI, hello to you. I can't do anything. What's going on? Oh, no, don't. Not now. Not on a challenge stream. What is going on with this? So I've said for a couple of days that YouTube's had massive problems. No, it's not the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is working absolutely fine. Is it the stream itself? Right, I've just typed in. Oh no. Very, very, very slow. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm, for whatever reason, getting the chat in blocks. So I've just put the emoji symbol up, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people say it's coming through. So, but I can't type at the moment, and I can't drop the poll down either. Which basically, I can end the stream, which clearly I'm not going to do. But we'll just keep going. Fine. Well, I just can't check the poll. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. It's just not happy. It's just not happy. So, yeah. Oh, well. We'll see. Oh, yeah, we've got a few of these that I've got spare in different colours. Some from Jay, some from myself. Because that's the other thing. What's going to need to be down here? Well, there we go, look. Sealed. Where's that just come from? I've got 4 of these, I think, somewhere as well. I found 4 of them the other day, so I didn't even know that was there. What else is underneath here? Oh. Mark, hello. How you getting on with everything, Mark? Okay. We are living the dream today, Mark, is what we're doing. I think that's the safest thing to say. We are living the dream. It's the only thing I can suggest. Yeah. That is the only thing. DJI, yes, okay. Well, I can't scroll back up. So you're gonna have to rewrite it. At the moment, I can't scroll back up the chat. So just rewrite it, DJI. It will catch back up again. So whatever you wrote, just rewrite it and I'll catch it. It's all been a little bit pedantic at the moment. So yeah, it's coming through in clumps. So just rewrite it. It does it from time to time, but there has been problems with it for a while. So I've also noticed there's problems with uploading videos at the moment. It's got like there's like a line that goes across. So that's not exactly ideal either, but we'll manage. We'll get through it. It'll catch back up. It's not. Luckily, it's not the Wi-Fi, so that's all right. It's just everything else. So yeah, because the chat bar flashes. It's solid at the moment, so it's not actually doing anything. And the timer on the top of the live stream isn't ticking up in seconds either. It's 1913, 1917. So it's not going up in seconds, 1922. So yeah, there's obviously something not quite right. Let me see what I can do. Now, we'll see. We will see. Right. I'll double check that. There's nothing I can do without resetting everything. So it's working your end. So I'm stuck at 220.30. So it should be 34, 35, 6, 7. No. The timer of the stream's stopped. The GGO says I'm excited.